Well, let's continue the conversation about Israel and indeed Palestine and Gaza with Ayelet Shaked. She's an influential Israeli politician. She's the former Minister of Justice and the former Minister of the Interior. Lovely to speak to you this morning. Thank you so much for your time. I know it's obviously extremely difficult. We have seen these humanitarian pauses this weekend return some Israeli hostages to their families. Heart-rending scenes, really, particularly of seeing those much, much younger children reunited with their parents, some of the more elderly hostages, 85-year-old women, Holocaust survivors, reunited. Can this continue? Are you confident that Israel and indeed the Palestinians will be able to continue brokering further releases as hostages as we go forward?
Yes, I hope. We have 2 more days, and today more children should be released. They took little babies, little girls as hostages. It's something that, it's unbelievable. You can't imagine that. And we have like something like 40 children in the hands of the Hamas. So we hope that we will be able to get all of them back home. We are waiting for all of them here. There is a little baby, 9 months old. His name is Kfir. And we didn't get any sign about him yet. And we hope that those monsters that took our children will release him as well.
Yes.
But yes, I hope that we will get them all.
We obviously have heard a great deal from Benjamin Netanyahu and indeed the Israeli Defense Forces talking about destroying Hamas. At what point does Israel decide that Hamas has been destroyed? Obviously, there is a question of proportionality. You need the Western world on side with what you're doing. Destroying Hamas at any cost?
No, there is no question of proportionality. After they slaughtered our babies, they raped our girls, they burned our children. So we are not talking about proportionality. By the way, the IDF is the most moral army in the world. You know that we act according to the international law. And you need to be aware of the fact that the Hamas is using their own population as a human shield. And Hamas will be defeated. It means that the leaders of Hamas will either surrender or they will all be dead, and that the Hamas will not be the regime in Gaza Strip anymore. And we are not there yet, but we are not going to stop. After what they did for us, the Hamas launched a barbaric, genocidal attack on Israel on October 7th, and we will eliminate them. It will take time. We have this time because we don't have any other choice. It is either us or them.
Who governs Gaza after this and at the end of this? I mean, I know you've made some comments in the week. You've talked about the future of 2 million Gazans. You've talked about them being accommodated by Egypt. What happens to Gaza at the end of this?
I think that the international community should help here. There are moderate Arab countries like the UAE, like Egypt, that can, help as some, to create alliance of Arab moderate states as first stage. But let's wait and see. This Hamas organization will not be the ruler of Gaza anymore after what they did.
So if they're not the ruler, who is in charge? And what happens to the people of Gaza?
The people in Gaza right now are suffering because of the Hamas. Actually, Israel, we will liberate the people in Gaza from the Hamas because, as I said, they are using their own population in order as a human shield. So let's wait and see. I think here that the international community should help us, not just, broadcast in the world media about how miserable the people in Gaza, but really help with humanitarian aid and help with the solution. I think that if the international community will build an alliance of few countries that are willing to take responsibility, it can be the first stage.
Is Benjamin Netanyahu the right Prime Minister for Israel to lead that international alliance, do you think? There have been criticisms of him before this conflict and during it for his handling of the matter.
I'm not talking about the internal politics in Israel right now. Right now, all the people of Israel, we are all united to eliminate the Hamas. It doesn't matter if you are left or right, religious or secular. We all understand that we can't live next to this Nazis organization after what they did on October 7th. So we are united to do that. I think that the whole world should be unified to release all the hostages and to bring them back to Israel. You know, there are young girls there that we didn't talk about them yet. You know that those monsters, they did horrible, they murdered, they raped our women, and we don't know what happens to them right there in Gaza. And right now we are all united and doing a huge effort in order to bring everyone back to Israel and to eliminate those Nazis monsters.
Do you think, in retrospect, considering the lack of intelligence around the October the 7th attack, that retrospectively all this should be investigated, how it came to pass that the Israeli Defence Forces and indeed the government seem to have been taken completely unawares by what happened at the kibbutz and at the festival on October the 7th?
So we will do, you know, after we will win this war and eliminate the Hamas, we will do an investigation, and we'll investigate everything in all the aspects. But it's not the time to do it right now. Right now, it's the time to win.
OK. Ayelet Shaked, thank you very much indeed for your time this morning.
Thank you very much.
Lovely to speak to you.